was complete shock and disbelief. You think about, the area we live in. We always feel it's a very safe area. We just don't think it's going to happen here.
Community members are still in shock after last night's active shooting that killed a Fargo police officer. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Jason Moser died in the line of duty this afternoon, and a candlelight vigil was held tonight in his honor. Dozens of people came out to show support and to honor the fallen hero who died protecting our community. Valley News Teens Giovanna Simic has reaction from community members.
It has been a tough day for the Fargo community and police officers.
Our neighbors were safe. Thank goodness no one else was injured. We certainly mourn the loss that was amongst us.
The peace and hearts of people in Fargo were shattered when Jason Moser was shot and killed in the line of duty. But tonight, community members came together as a whole to honor the hero.
Very great to see them here, and I'm very happy that all these people come out to see us, visit with us, and show their support to law enforcement.
Dozens of people showed up to tonight's vigil to show their support.
This really shows that our community is one, no matter if we're from North Fargo, West Fargo, Moorhead, Dilworth. People came from many different directions tonight to pay tribute to this fallen hero.
They realized the courage that it takes to be a police officer and the courage that Moser had when he put his life on the line to protect the community.
Every day they leave their homes and their families. They don't know if they're going to make it home that evening. We thank them and honor them for their service.
Everybody wearing this uniform will do. They're going to do it to protect their brothers and sisters, and they're going to do it to protect all the community members.
Gone, but not forgotten, community members will forever remember Moser and his dedication to protecting the people. In Fargo, Giovanna Simic, Valley News Live.
Bell State Bank tells Valley News Live that donations are being accepted at all Bell State banks in the area under the account name Benefit Fund for Officer Moser.
We have learned so much about Officer Jason Moser over the past 24 hours. To no one's surprise, he served our country in Iraq with the Minnesota National Guard as a combat medic. We spoke with the man who was Officer Moser's commanding officer in Iraq. He says Moser joining the ranks of the Fargo Police Department was very fitting for the guy that loved to help and protect people.
I recall sitting down in my office in Iraq asking him to stay in the National Guard, and he said, "Hey, thanks, but no thanks. I'll move on to bigger and better things." I think the tribute to his legacy is that he really had a passion and desire to continue to serve and to help others, and that was probably his calling to law enforcement.
Moser's bravery overseas translated to his work with the Fargo Police Department.
We want to show you some footage of Officer Jason Moser earning a Silver Star Medal from the Fargo Police Department after he pulled 2 children from a house fire in 2011. He can be seen here in the video in the middle of the group of officers. He received the award back in 2012. During the shooting last night, many people in that area were told to seek shelter in their basements for protection. The shooter has been identified as 49-year-old Marcus Schumacher. We learned from Schumacher's former employer that he was recently let go because the business he worked for downsized. Co-worker and boss Noah Kraft tells us Schumacher was a good employee who was mellow but would have verbal outbursts from time to time. We did learn from Facebook that Schumacher posted a status about 7:45 last night saying, "Well, it finally happened. Mom, I should have listened to you. You were right. I love my Facebook family, love knowing my extended family, love everyone." Neighbors we talked to today say they heard more than 30 shots last night. Some telling us that they saw SWAT members moving in and pulled a seriously injured Officer Moser out. One woman says she's so grateful for the police force that protects our streets.
I feel so sorry for his family because he was protecting and serving us. And he got a silver medal for saving 2 kids in a fire. And I think it's just sad that he died.
Pfaff added, in the midst of the standoff and gunfire, 3 police officers stopped by her home last night to check on her family.
The last time a Fargo police officer was shot was June 12th of 1991 when Steve Durensky was shot by a 14-year-old boy. Durensky had picked up the boy who was alleged to have stolen his mother's car. The teenager complained of a sore ankle, so Durensky brought him to the Dakota Hospital emergency room on South University Drive. When Durensky opened the back car door to get the boy out, he was shot in the chest with a small caliber handgun. The teenager fled into the nearby neighborhood but was soon caught by police. Dorensky suffered serious injury but recovered and returned to patrol work. Officer Jason Mosier isn't the first man Marcus Schumacher has been accused of shooting and killing. More than 25 years ago, Schumacher was charged with murder and attempted murder in Grand Forks. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson filed this report back in 1989.
October 9th, Maynard Clothier and Brad Boswell exchanged insults with Marcus Schumacher in downtown Grand Forks. They followed Schumacher to his car. Schumacher got in the car and pulled a gun. 17-year-old Maynard Clothier ended up being shot and killed. 21-year-old Brad Boswell was shot and seriously wounded. Under a plea agreement, the charges of murder and attempted murder against Schumacher were dropped to manslaughter and reckless endangerment because the prosecution says all three men were intoxicated and that Schumacher acted out of fear. Schumacher pled guilty to the lesser charges.
I'm very sorry for what happened. I felt that I was in danger.
Neil Carlson, KTHI News 11, Grand Forks.
Schumacher wound up appealing his guilty plea to the Supreme Court and was sentenced to 5 years for negligent homicide. He did serve 4 years at the state prison and was let out early on good behavior.
Keep in mind now that officers are still investigating in and around last night's shooting scene. Mail carriers were unable to deliver mail today to that area. That's in the area of the 300 block and 9th Avenue North. And they're going to continue to do so until the investigation is completed. If your mail delivery is affected by this, you are to call Trollwood Postal Station at this number, 701-353-6044. They're going to help you figure out how you can get your mail until the investigation is completed.
Valley